All right, hello. I'm here with a little video. Yesterday, or on the 24th of April, the council announced some points list changes. They aren't in effect until May 1st, so the following week, but I thought I would talk about some of the cards and some of the changes they made. So let's just get into it. And as always, I will be changing my pointed cards box. These are all coming straight out from it. So the first card that they changed was Balance. Balance has been 1 point for a really long time, and it is now off the points list, so it is 0 points. I think this is a really interesting change in that every time I was building decks that would like a sweeper-like effect like Balance, I always cut it, because it's hard to, in those decks, what you're trying to do does affect how you build with, if you want it balanced. You're like, oh, am I building extra artifact mana, or am I just using it as a sweeper? What's my hand size going to look like if I have to do it? So I've definitely put Balance in a lot of decks, but I've not played it in a lot of decks, because before I play it, I take it out, put in a different card for a point or whatever. So being 0 points, I really like it. I'm curious to see what it will do, because I know a lot of my decks have already wanted to play it. So we'll see how other people, like, if it's just that 1 point has been holding people back, or if this 0 point change really opens the floodgates. So look forward to some of my decks that I'll be posting with Balance. Okay, next card. So next card I don't actually have a copy of. So this is a stand-in. City of Brass is not affected, but it's from Arabian Nights. The Library of Alexandria. The Library of Alexandria was also removed from the points list. It's been 1 point for a really long time. So I'm just going to flip this back so nobody gets confused. The library was removed from the points list, and honestly, it's a card I've never seen. I've never played against it. Since I don't have one, I've never played with it. I'm also curious to see what some of their justification were how decks, the control decks specifically, are being built as these like 4-color money piles. And I think if you have played the format for a while, or you've just played different games, it's incredibly rare that people have 7 cards in their hand. Now, obviously in your opener, if you're on the draw, okay, you'll have 7 if library's in your hand, and that's really what has kept it at 1 point for so long. But I think the fact that it going to 0, I'm curious to see really what effect it will have. I don't think it will have that big of a change. I've never really wanted to play it, and I still play City of Brass. City of Brass is a great card, but Library of Alexandria, we'll see. I really don't know where that one's going to go. Next on the list is Mind Twist. Mind Twist has been 1 point, and it will now be 0 points. I think this is a good change as well. Overall, games that end with an early Mind Twist for like 3 or 4 or even 2, kind of like a Hymn to Turok. What the reasoning was in the council's opinion was, okay, if you're getting knocked out by a Mind Twist, they're already at a mana advantage, or some type of advantage that you probably wouldn't keep up with anyways. I think that honestly that's okay. I'm probably going to play Mind Twist in a couple of my decks. Certainly the ones that are playing, Mana Crypt, Soul Ring, things like that, Mana Vault. I am also curious to see where this goes. I don't think it's going to have that big of an effect. or that much of a change, but I think it's cool that it's going to 0. And I'm going to do a follow-up video, kind of a follow-up video, where I talk about the recent tournament, the 2022 Yellow Jacket Highlander Championship, partnered with Loading Ready Run, where I want to talk about, how the decks that were in that top 8 kind of show where Mind Twist fits in the metagame. So, look forward to that video as well. The next card is a really interesting one, is Mystical Tutor. Mystical Tutor is going from 2 points to 1 point. So far, all these cards are being reduced in points. Those first 3 were off those completely. This is to 1 point. Now, I really as a Mystical Tutor player, I do like this change. And I think it has some interesting effects because, for instance, decks that I would be playing Balance in, or have been building with Balance, I'm like, okay, well, if I'm playing Balance, what's an easy way to get it? Okay, something like Mystical Tutor. And the synergy between these is that Mystical Tutor is card disadvantage, right? You're using a card to put a card on top of your deck, and that actually works in the favor of Balance. So that's why I've had it in my decks in the past, and now basically those decks have 2 extra points to play with. So that's really one of the main interactions that I'm curious about how that's going to work. Also, just Mystical Tutor, as I said, it's card disadvantage. You're basically taking a turn off to find a card for you, so you have to make it work. And I think it's a good change. Other cards, like Enlightened Tutor was a point. It was 2 points actually when I started Highlander, and now it's just 0 because the cards that you're able to find and the tempo loss have really affected where we are in the format right now. Is like, okay, no one's going to pay 2 for that. Oh, they're not going to pay 1 for that. Maybe they won't pay 0. So yeah, Mystical Tutor from 2 points to 1 point. Another point reduction, Summoner's Pact, from 1 point to off the list. It's 0 points. Certainly, this is a card that sees play in the Crater Hoof decks, or any basically green combo deck. That's what's playing it. And when I say those are the decks that play it, they really haven't been, just based on the points that they get. At 1 point, they struggle to fit it in sometimes, depending on exactly what you're playing. But at 0, you always have that opportunity. And yeah, I think, I'll talk about the tournament in the next video. I think that's a good change as well. So Summoner's Pact to 0. Now, the last card on the list is another reduction from 2 points to 1. Survival of the Fittest is being modified, and similarly, Creature Combo is not in a great spot right now. It was, I'll say, previously in a really good spot when Thassa's Oracle was 2 points or even 0 points. Now it's 7, so you kind of got to go to more traditional creature combos. I like the change to 1. They changed Birthing Pod to 1. I'll say a couple months ago. It was in October. They changed it from 2 to 1. So this is just in line with that change, and I like it. So overall, I'm probably most excited for Balance. I really like the Mystical Tutor as well. I think the Library of Alexandria is not going to have much of a change. And these shore up some of the decks that have some weaknesses and might want to play it. Even at 0, you might not play the Mind Twist. You might not play Summoner's Pact. So we'll see. But certainly these changes I'm excited for. And yeah, I want to know. Let me know in the comments what cards you think are going to fit in your deck now, or how you got to modify some stuff. I think it's cool. Point changes are always cool because it's like a little shunt to the format. So, okay, thanks for watching. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. If you have any ideas you want for deck techs or something you want me to cover, let me know. I'm hoping to keep doing this for a while, at least until I run out of ideas. So thanks again. Have a good one.